Can you tell us a little bit about where we are?
So here we are in the Royal Botanical Gardens in Sydney. It's such a beautiful place. And we're on Gadigal country, Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. And this is such a special place when we think of this is where early contact happened, where the Gadigal people met European people for the first time. This is where our relationships were built. It's where some of them were broken. But it's a really important story of reconciliation in this place.
So what is Reconciliation Week?
So Reconciliation Week is a time for all Australians to come together and really consider what does it mean to reconcile with the First Peoples of this country. What is the relationship between the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people of this country and all other Australians that have come since? How do we have those conversations that take all of us forward?
Where did it start?
Lots of people probably remember the walks across Sydney Harbour Bridge in 2000. So that was one of those defining moments where people got to demonstrate their support for reconciliation, for these ideas of coming together, and that we actually do want a better place. We want things to be better. So coming off the back of that, we were set up, and over the last 20 years, we've been reaching out to all parts of Australia, whether it's business, whether it's schools and hospitals, whether it's Aboriginal communities, non-Indigenous communities, migrant communities. How do we tell this story of reconciliation? How do we embrace Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, our ways of being, doing and knowing? And how do we make that truly Australian?
What's the theme for this year?
So this year, our theme is More Than a Word, Reconciliation Takes Action. And really what we're saying is that it takes all of us to play our part, no matter how big, no matter how small. All of us have something to give when it comes to reconciliation. What is it that I can do? How do I engage in the conversation? But more than a conversation, what is it that I do actively to make this come to life?
So gardeners can participate in reconciliation through what they love, really.
Absolutely, because Aboriginal people, it's all about place. It's about where you're from. It's about that connection to country and land. And that's what I love about gardening, because if you know the land, if you know the country, you know what works here, you know what is native here, what is natural here. And that's the same with the relationships with Indigenous peoples. So knowing whose country you're on, knowing those people, knowing what their seasons are, knowing the things that work in this place. It's the same for reconciliation.
Karen, thanks so much for coming down and sharing so much with us today.
Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure, Costa.